Hello again, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and you know, today is what it is. I've already dropped the link in the chat, pinned it for those who want to join. I want to thank those who joining already. Christos, God bless you. Thank you, brother. Hey, and the intro, I got to give it up. Our buddy Moose, who already stopped by. Moose help put that together, of course. And Snafu, thank you for joining. Illumitami, you are a man. Not sure that either of us actually understand you. And Eddie Marciano. Anyway, God bless. Thank you for all of you who do join now and maybe later. I've noticed the subscriber count it fluctuates. It's gone up and it's dropped down, and so thank you for those who are new. And I gotta ask, for those who do enjoy what you're finding here, please remember to subscribe and share it with others who might enjoy. So let's get to the value, I guess, right? What did I do? Overcoming confusion. That's something I've spent a lot of time considering and trying to figure out for myself, because my life brought a lot of confusion. I had these plans and ideas, I thought I was doing everything right. And then all of a sudden, the foundations of my life started crumbling. They started disappearing. And so in my experience, I went through that dark night of the soul. And if you have not yet, God bless you, you will. Or you won't. I don't know. I don't know what anyone else is going to experience. I just know what I have. And I have experienced an internal and external transformation. How bizarre, because that's also completely untrue. I'm still the same man in the same house, driving the same car. So there's been no change. However, my schedule has changed, my priorities have changed, my support system has changed, everything has changed, and the world around us is constantly changing. And depending on what direction you're looking at, and depending what direction you're looking from at the world, it can seem like things are getting worse. I know that. But at the same time, if you just change your perspective a little bit, stand up a little bit taller from what you were seeing previously. If you can see a little better at the world from a slightly different perspective, beyond your confusion, beyond those agitating thoughts that bring you anxiety or depression, besides those thoughts of anger or helplessness, once you look past all that, man, this world is, holy cows, dude. This world is so amazing. I am so hopeful and excited for what the future may bring. Not just for me. I don't really care about me as much as I can see, I can envision this transformation around the world, like maybe even a sudden shift. I think it's possible. My life transformed in a day. I didn't recognize it clearly that day. I knew something had changed. I knew there was a shift within me, but I did not know what that meant. See, our lives can change in an instant like that. I've said it before, fear and love. Those two things can transform your day, transform your life forever. The introduction of a powerful force of fear or a powerful force of love. There was a day a few years ago where, by God's grace, I was blessed with this powerful feeling of love. And it was like, whoa, where'd that come from? How'd that happen? How do I get more of that? And I've been on a search. So love, what I've discovered, it truly is the answer. Blessings. Thank you. We've got more showing up. Thank you, sisters, brothers, for showing up. Today, for Wednesday wisdom, once you can figure out your mind, your life will make more sense. Okay? So I want to try and kind of discuss my perspectives on the mind, concepts of the mind. The mind, the topic of consciousness is the hard question. I think that's what it's called in the scientific community or something like that. It's been a long question of what is consciousness, and is it matter that gives us consciousness, or is it consciousness that gives us matter? How are the two intertwined? Consciousness, in my perspective, my simple definitions, I'm just a simple man. Holy cows. I got a kitty outside. She's crying to get back in. She'll be all right. I'm a simple man, so the simple way I consider consciousness is just it is the mind. And so what is a mind? It's not the brain. The mind is the activity of thought. Okay, it's without form. A mind is really without form, but it is detectable. I don't know how much of it is measurable yet, but our science is really advancing in the way we can map and understand the brain. There's some incredible developments being made in the understanding of consciousness and science. We're living in a beautiful, remarkable time. Swooping hair. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Christos, did you see there is, unless that's you, an impersonator, imposter, I don't know. Anton's bag boy. There are seriously some lovely, entertaining people. Actually, today does not matter, or does it matter? It's kind of cloudy and overcast. It's nice and chilly. I actually was wearing sweatshirts again earlier today. Wind blew. All right, Crystal. Holy cows. You guys care so much about the cat. I love seeing that. Thank you. That's what humanity needs, man. More care and compassion, not just for ourselves, but for each other and the animal kingdom. I'll wait till someone joins the panel. I don't think that'd be right. And she's fine. She's like an indoor cat who loves... No, she's an outdoor cat who loves being inside. And then I've got an indoor cat who loves going outside. They're fascinating creatures. Back to the topic. Sorry, and thank you guys. I love you. I really do love you. Each and every one of you. Whoever's here with me right now and later. The mind, overcoming confusion. So the mind is the activity of thought. It's a process. It's a concept. We have an activity of thought that's within our mind, that's within the concept of our heart. and the concept of our gut. We are a mind. Your entire body is a mind. We are minds within the mind of God. Mind, we are a body of intelligence with thought and reaction and adaptation. So I was thinking about this earlier, that there is something magnificent in numbers too, and there's something with Trinity, with threes. I was thinking about this earlier regarding our mind, our heart, and our gut. Because we can become confused in all places like that. You know, we can have this unease, from something simple. There's phobias of like spiders or whatever. We've got many of these conditioned and generational phobias that are within us, these instincts. So we can get confused in our gut. God knows our hearts get confused. Yeah. And then our minds, everyone thinks they're smart till they open their mouths. I think until we open our mouths, we are all smart. Because all we are is energetic waveforms, and we are data points of information within an infinite information energy field, an energetic information field, perhaps. I don't know. It's fascinating. But so for the trinity of our mind, our body mind, the key to happiness and to overcome confusion, intention. Intention and awareness will overcome confusion or divert your mind from the confusion into more peaceful, productive purposes, I guess is the right word. I don't know. So to overcome the confusion for your mind, you got to convince yourself to have faith. Fear and will distract you from your faith, right? And confusion, when we become confused, that's when we feel, inadequate, and that inadequacy makes us feel fearful. So confusion can be identified by your fear, by the feelings of fear and anxiety, of unease. But in the mind, fill yourself with faith. In your heart, fill it with love. It's real easy. It's real easy to get comfortable with this warm feeling of anger and hate. It can feel comforting, right? Telling yourself, I'm right, everyone else is wrong, and blah, 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 blah. You can build this big wall around you of darkness, or you can set yourself free. Set yourself free from your own imagined prison by expanding your reach of love. Okay? Fill your heart with love, your mind with faith, and your gut. Find your courage. Courage is the ability to take action and operate under the state of fear. That's what courage is. Courage is being able to press into the unknown, press through the darkness, press beyond the limits to discover what's beyond. So I think to make life easier, remove the confusion from your mind. Fill your thoughts with faith, success, prosperity, abundance, the future of health. The future of health and influence that you want the world to receive from you. Okay. Find in you the faith that your success is there. It's just waiting for you to experience it. Success in relationships, success in prosperity and health, whatever success means to you from your perspective, right? Your perspective on the world is what matters for you. I got my own. And my perspective is just simply information for you to consider, you know. Weigh it for what it is. How does it resonate? How does it feel inside if it was true? But fill your mind with faith, your heart, mind with love, and your gut with the courage to believe in those things. It's hard to convince yourself to believe in things you've not had like firsthand experience with. I understand that. Success, prosperity, abundance, love. Those things are hard to conceptualize and really imagine yourself into when you've never experienced it. But the good thing is, there's nothing new under the sun. If you go through time, everything that could be experienced may have been in some form or fashion. These lives are mysterious, unique, but there's patterns. There's patterns to the seasons, there's patterns to everything, to time. And change, I thought about this a long time ago. What is time? You know, we understand time as, if you go with the heliosphere model, whatever, the connection of the earth and the moon, or the sun and moon to the earth. Okay, that's where we measure our time from. And then there's a time standard with all of this that's measurable. And time is simply a phenomenon of change. So change is going to happen with or without our awareness, with or without our approval, with or without our participation. Change is happening. But actually, that may not be true. Because would there be change without the consciousness, our consciousness of observation? I don't know. Hey, Ramon. Whoops. Blessing. How can you know light without darkness? We cannot. I love it, because that is the key. Recognize we can't know good without bad. We can't know hate without love. We can't know peace without conflict. But we get to choose. We've got a guest. Welcome, Nightmare.
Hi, Jack. It's
What?
Joy with the ladies in the basement. Yes, I did not want to interrupt you, but I just wanted to say very quickly, um, I it is a breath of fresh air to hear somebody in the YouTube streets say that there is good in the world. It's not just doom and gloom, and I hear so many people say this country, or, not, let's don't say this country,
Mhm.
this world is in trouble. It's never been this bad. If you look through history, it has been this bad. It's been worse. This is a wonderful time. Yes, there's horrible things that happen, but if you look, you'll find happiness. You'll find your joy. There's beauty everywhere. And I just wanted to say it is so refreshing to finally hear somebody say that. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for recognizing it. But maybe I do recognize this is one of my blessings.
Yeah.
My path, partly because of the choices, but partly because of opportunities, my path has led me to discover some amazing, incredible movements and people that are happening right now. This is such an amazing time to be. And I used to take it all for granted. I talk about that pretty openly here. Um, Joy, thank you.
Well,
Thank you for the recognition too.
It's amazing. Look at technology. We're in two completely different places. We're able to talk. You were able to come and meet, my group over on the basement. We were able to meet you. And what a way to connect with people. Um, whether we agree with each other or not, we can still hear each other, and there's value in everybody. I know that sounds very cliche, but that's how I feel. And I kind of feel like you as well when you go through things. I mean, everybody goes through something, right? Whether it's a medical condition, maybe you've lost a family member, divorce, financial strains. We all go through this. And it's being able to get through it and make it, make it to the next day, go through there. I think one of the things that really caught me, it was back in 2021. Again, it's cliche. I saw this meme, on a Facebook post, and it said, I want to see what happens if I don't give up. And at that time, I was going through an unknown medical thing, where couldn't figure out what it was. I have found out what it is, and I, you know, in educating myself. But at that time, I was feeling like I was a burden to my family. I didn't have value. And I just felt like, I'm not me. I'm not capable of doing what I used to do. And you feel bad. I'm not a good wife. I'm not a good mother. And then I saw that meme and it said, I want to see what happens if I don't give up. And that just moved me along to be like, and I wasn't thinking about anything serious or bad or anything like that. I just felt like a burden. And I had to dig down deep in and, like, it says on your screen, live without fear. And you have to face those fears and challenge yourself.
Hey, congratulations, if I may, please.
Yeah.
That's a story of inspiration, and my prayers are with you. I mean, you said you're educating yourself, and please, I've been blessed to learn of many different fields, and if you think I can be of help, we can connect, and I'll offer
Yeah.
whatever I can. But that sign you saw, that sign you saw, and you had the courage to find the faith within you to say, yeah, what could happen, right?
Yeah. What can
I think
happen?
I've had enough of those signs and moments and confirmations, the synchronicity. I've had enough of those to have faith that there is a spirit and a spirit of consciousness that is there for us. Angels, ancestors, the universe. It's up to us to see the signs, and I'm glad you saw yours,
I
because I
did.
know
And
that feeling.
it helped me through, and it helped me with all the anxiety. It helped me feel confident, and it led me on my journey. And I think it's so weird to come up on a YouTube panel. I'm very shy. I don't like speaking. I'm question myself, oh, I probably sound stupid. Why am I doing this? And it happened in 2021. There was a channel that I, felt really close to the people. And I got up and it actually, G Abbott was on that panel. So I've known her that long. It was behind the mirror. And, it's frightening to come up here and speak or share your story or listen to other people. So I want to encourage, if there's other people in the chat and you feel shy or intimidated, it's okay. You're not going to sound stupid. You may feel like you are, but you won't. Just be authentic and real. Maybe start on a nice channel like this. Maybe don't go on other channels where you could be eaten alive. Little hint there, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for saying that. And I love that. So I'm going to go eat my dinner now, but I want you to have a blessed day. And again, you're always welcome on G's panel, and
Thank
just
you.
keep spreading the good word.
Hey, bless you. Thank you. Do you have a channel, or should I just promote back in the basement?
Just promote back in the basement. I mean, you don't have to, I mean, and again, that's a channel where it's not really there to, it's not there for
Gotcha.
subscribers or likes. We
Okay.
just love talking. So,
Fair enough. Blessings.
yes. Okay.
Do you do creation? Are you a creator on your own?
I do. If you have an email, I'll send it to you because it's a private channel.
Never
Um,
mind.
but
Hey,
if you have an about, if you have your email and your about, I will send it to you. Because maybe
I
someday
think
I'd
I
love to
do.
interview you for that channel. So, yes.
That would be wonderful.
Okay.
Hey,
Have a great night. Bye-bye.
thank you. Thank you. God bless you, sister. Thank you for joining. And I know I've had you in the back for a while, Tommy. Um,
Not as
oh,
long as Jim Bob, by any means. You know I'll wait for you, Jack. If I come back, if I can stand to come back, I'll wait for you.
well,
I mean,
thanks,
if I
man.
show up at all, Jack, I'll wait in the backstage. But you did assist the nightmare because once you hear that voice come through, does she really need to label herself Nightmare? I mean, obviously.
Mom.
And I'm glad she came up here and said this stuff she said because I went on her show just after you did that day. And if I clip that in with what she just told you, it contradicts everything she used to describe her channel. Because they're like, I would call that channel the Ladies of Antifa if I pick the name of the channel. Like, they're not for free speech. They do divide people by race, and conditions are distributed according to your race. It's all a bunch of new age beast system BS. And if you did interview with them, I'd be just as defensive as if you were to go back to that De La Punta character for another interview.
Fascinating.
Little fun fact,
Hey,
little Easter egg for you, Jack. I played a hand in the separation of her and her producer, and you see how well she's been doing since then. Even dropped a bikini shoot on us.
I saw that. That was interesting. I haven't paid much attention. And actually, I haven't communicated with Henry in a while either. I should see how he's doing. Hey, on this topic, Tom, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit
Please do.
regarding what I was discussing within the mind. How do you feel about faith, love, and courage?
As far as courage, the way I tell you that faith requires no, well, I tell a lot of channels you're never going to prove God because that's the foundation of faith, is having no proof of something is the only way you can have faith. And since God demands faith or grants faith, he will not let himself be proven, you know? So with courage, this is why you don't want to remove fear, because every war veteran we know that lived to come back, even the highest trained ones, they're out there literally about to shit themselves every time because bullets don't get slower just because you're more experienced. But they're not removing fear, they're couraging over top of that fear. That's one of those testosterone things, is the ability to suppress that fear and still act. It's why you're trained the way you are for the evils of warfare, because then you got to watch your friends go down in that event and still maintain your function.
What about faith?
Well, we covered faith, covered courage. What was
Oh,
the third
true.
word?
True, you did. So you said something though. Hey, actually, regarding that example too, even the soldiers pushing the courage to push beyond fear.
And if you don't want to
I
go
know.
warfare, we could also say a man rushing into a burning building if you don't want to touch on the combat.
Okay. Well, true. Either way, it's going to be love. It's going to be love that overcomes, because that's what happens with the soldiers is they get put in these horrible, horrible fucking places, but they're willing to die for one another. You know, in order to help protect those others they serve with, they're willing to put their lives and, you know, push beyond the fear and do what they're told has to be done. But you said something though, Tom, regarding your faith and God and proven. Here's something I want to challenge you with though. If you believe that God can't be proven, the purpose of proving is to know. So by saying that God can't be proven, are you saying God cannot be known?
No, and it's just an issue of terminology. I think
Okay.
proving is what's my word? It's verifying. Proving is to verify to the flat earthers, look, this is a globe. Here's the proof it's a globe. That's to verify. But to know God, that is each individual's path to do or not do. It's the difference between Jesus saying, I hope you join us, and Allah demanding you bend the knee. Um, so yeah, I think a lot of miscommunication in these streets is because of simple things like, oh, you're using that word. And if we don't take a minute to verify, oh, is this just a word situation we're running into? There'd be a lot less static and drama, I think. Let me check on that, Tao. It might have been a JB thing.
Tom's mic is too low. Oh,
Is it
I
all right
think
now?
I think it sounds all right.
Okay. Yeah. I am Tao Buddy. Sometimes on your device, there's a thing that says VOL and it might have a plus on it. Yeah, tap that a couple times, buddy. All right. Thanks, Slugger.
Oh my gosh, you cracked me up.
No, I
So
ran into that today. I was on Jim Bob's. I was in the chat saying, dude, you're really low on my TV. And everybody's going, your speakers are blown. You probably got blown speakers. I'm like, nope, he was low and he eventually figured it out. I'm just fucking with you, Tao. You know, you're my favorite picture of that person. Did I lose you, Jack? Oh my God, if I had Jack, unless I lost everybody, I think I've hijacked the stream. Oh my God. Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do when I have Jack stream? Oh shit. Oh shit. What do I do? Are you back yet, Jack? Jack, are you just ignoring me? Jack, listen, Jack, you've pissed me off a few times, but I will not be ignored. I will not be ignored, Jack Talcott. Look at me. Oh my God, I have the screen. Oh my God. It could only be God. This is proof of God. I came on here talking about proof of God. He's like, Grant Tom, Jack Talcott stream. And here we are, baby. This is just a little prequel to a movie called Tom Rules the World. Okay? And there's going to be a lot of YouTube boots shaking on that day. You see Tom Rules the World come across the Fox ticker and the MSNBC ticker and the CNN ticker and all the B system tickers. You see that scroll say Tom suddenly rules the world. There's going to be a lot of boots shaking that day. And I wouldn't say those boots aren't standing in a chalk body outline. Promo time, diss track incoming, people. Chalk body outline for the chalk body outline. We're talking about a dude that's known by Jim Bob, and he still has to show up as both of his accounts in the chat. He's got to make sure he chats as both accounts in Jim Bob's chat. Oh man, let's give Chalk Body Outline a little credit for the control he showed today to not say my name on at least one stream. At least one stream, Drew can show up and not say my name, because this diss track wouldn't be so efficient and surgical if I didn't collect so much footage of the boy saying my name. Panel, and Jack has regained connection. Welcome back, Mr. Talcott. Just holding your show down for you till you had the technics. Better to work the technics out yourself than trust them in the hands of some moose or any resident of Unslavia. They're a very volatile bunch, they are.
okay, hey Tom, God bless you. Thank you for thank you for keeping the show going.
Yes,
I
sir. It's what
apologize
they
for
use me for.
something happened with my internet. Completely went out. I don't know what was
And
going
I
on.
had that discernment, Jack. Like the jobs I've had that related to satellite positioning and how I have to point satellites toward those satellites, various things like that in my science. I discerned that you had internet problems. I gathered the detail. Oh, I'm still here. Oh, the chat's still responding to me. So yeah, man, I put two and two together.
Well, God bless. And excuse me. Thank you for those who are here, your patience. Flo, how you doing today,
Without
brother?
freezing. Oh, that's a good one.
Isn't that good?
Stream without freezing.
Man, I'm doing
It's
all
not in our
right.
power, Jack. It's not in our power to choose not to freeze. We just have to deal with
Tommy.
it when it comes. Oh, Flow State,
Talking
are you
shit,
here? Oh,
boy.
well, of course. I'm not bringing my kids on Jack Panel to talk shit, but I mean, at least I know you're in the chat when I'm talking shit. You didn't think I was here when you talk shit. And then when you did know I
Get
was
ready
here,
now to talk shit to your face.
brought your abused, crying ass kids on panel where they didn't want to be to say, call me a G word. You know, teaching your kids that.
Gay?
Yeah, trying to
Yeah,
teach your kids
you're a
to just
gamer.
accuse people of that.
You're a gamer.
No, you didn't say G word. You said the happy word. With
A
your kids in
gangster?
your arms while they're crying. We all speculated if you tossed your kids because you dropped the phone. Drew, you can't win this, buddy, because the thing you and your little crew have messed up is I truly am a mofo servant of that guy you guys front as following. And your failure will dictate that.
Tommy, you're literally a demon. Literally.
That's the thing I wouldn't want to be caught saying in those last days. Because I
Hey,
know why I look like a
Louis?
demon to the beast system. It's the
Okay,
same reason it's a compliment to me to be a solo, no allies guy.
Tom.
That way I can
Tom,
show who I
Tom,
appreciate while having
Tommy.
no allies.
Tommy, you're on these panels 24/7, Tommy, and then you run all the viewers off. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. If you sat at home, the reason you're in these panels all day is because if you sat alone with your thoughts all day, you'd kill yourself. And the problem is, no one else wants to hear your thoughts either. So we all want to kill ourselves just listening to you here.
That
And I've
is
already
you,
explained to you,
dude. That's
Tommy, that
the
I'm
medic.
your
Do
ally.
you know what
You
happened
can't
as the
pull
medic
the lone
warrior
wolf
over
thing
the
when you've
words
got a
you
friend
just...
in me.
Flow State, I don't listen to you anymore. You're blocked in my chat.
Well, you
Stop.
should listen to him.
Stop preemptively rejecting love. Let us love you.
Spent too
Your
long
fear of
saying meth.
abandonment is causing you to
spent
do preemptive
too
strikes on
long
your
saying
friends. And I
pedo.
know you love the lone wolf Sigma male shtick, but that's not you, buddy. Tommy can't be alone with his thoughts. This is to preoccupy him.
Hey, Drew, there might be some
You
truth
believe
there.
that you are
Tommy,
on...
Jesus. It's like, holy cows.
No, you don't want to let me defend myself, Jack. I just held your channel up for an offline, and you're playing mute games to support godless...
Whoa. Let him ride, Jack.
Really?
I'm here to strike down this demon. I'm going to
But
rebuke
see-
him in the name of the Lord Jesus.
I know. I don't want. I don't. You could argue with Tom all day and all night, and he would love you for it. But that's
I
not
know.
what I want.
Spoken
Okay.
like the lost, spoken like the true lost.
Well, yes, Tom. You
Let me ask
speak
Drew a
like you're
question, though.
lost. You're very confident when you speak, but
When I speak on behalf of Skylord, yes, I am very confident to speak on behalf of Skylord.
Hey, check yourself.
Every time I'm talking about Skylord is why you backstage me and get loud, Jeff.
Yeah, because you're a poor representation of what is true. Okay?
Ooh.
You present yourself,
Ooh.
Tom, as an agent of chaos. I mean, just
no, that's your Sky Daddy narrative. No, not your Sky Dad. That's your Paul Daddy narrative
okay.
you're believing.
Hey, Tom, do you think you have a pattern of interrupting people, maybe?
Yes.
Okay. So could that be construed as a sign of chaotic behavior?
No.
Okay, so interrupting is not chaotic, it's peaceful.
I've explained my use of interrupting on a number of panels. Have you missed them all?
Well, in the context of this conversation, I'm telling you that you present as an agent of chaos. And you deny
your
that.
discernment
I'm trying to
tells you what.
understand. How about this? Do you understand the difference between peace and chaos? Order and chaos?
Oh, order and chaos, yes.
Okay. Do you understand peace? How peace and order are connected?
Peace is in order, but peace does not synonymous order. Like those people we just said are suppressing fear with courage, shitting their pants to protect this flag and this freedom. Do you get what I'm saying yet? Like you can't have peace, but you're.
See, that's the thing, Tommy. Nobody ever knows what you're saying. Like JG's on all these panels too. At least we can say he says corny, he says Philadelphia, he says skateboard.
Yeah, because he's
Talk
basic.
all day, every day.
And
There's nothing
here
we can
this
say that you said. No one could pinpoint
you
one thing you
you
said after
hung
talking all
yourself
day.
with this long ago, Drew, because you're found on panels saying, "Oh, Tom really wrecked Paul. Tom really owned Paul today," and that
That's
implies
easy to do.
you very much understand what I'm saying when I wreck Paul, when I own Paul. But when I come on your panel and wreck you, oh, you suddenly get confused. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm putting it to you, but you'll know what I'm
Tommy,
talking about when I do my first diss track on you, Drew. And the thing
So,
about this diss track, I've almost had to abandon this instrumental because it's too fire to waste on you. Like the instrumental
Hey,
I
I'll
was
tell you
gonna
what.
use.
Why don't here? I'll extend the olive branch to you right now. Fuck the diss
Nah,
track.
it's too late for that.
Put a verse on there, and I'll put a verse or a hook on there for you.
No,
Yeah.
you won't do nothing but be the subject matter and cry about it, Drew.
Hang in
This
there,
olive
Drew. He
branch, no, this
preemptively
olive
strikes
branch
his
thing.
friend. We're all friends with Tommy, and we love him, even if he hates
No, they're
us.
not.
You could
They've
never
had
fuck
plenty of
with me on
time.
the mic, Tommy.
Listen, to everybody that hears all this friend stuff that doesn't know this channel, doesn't know these people on this panel, they have heard the cock crow 5 times at least. and they just keep doing this blasphemous heretic bullshit.
All right, well,
Now
let's battle
I
rap
come
right
off
now
as
live.
abrasive,
Let's
but
freestyle
I'm a
battle rap right now
singularity.
here live on the Live Without Fear channel. Let's fucking go.
dude,
No, you've
sounds
heard
like
this
the
channel,
challenge.
Drew.
Oh, he's a
Challenge
No,
been
Drew,
thrown.
when you sit in the chat of this channel and say, "Oh, Tommy's here, I'm leaving," you're encouraging viewers to leave Jack's channel. And I've told you that, and you're still doing it.
Well, if
Like,
someone's dumb enough to listen to me, that's fucking their fault.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, including, yeah, man. Yeah, that's why you're not the guy to have fronting this Christianity, claiming who's a demon and who's
My
not. You're
streams
not
are
that
not
guy,
even
pal.
about
You're not that
Christianity. I
guy.
don't talk about Christianity. I don't try to convert anyone.
Oh, you don't have a publicly posted prayer about your preparation for spiritual battle. That wasn't you, Drew.
I have maybe specific streams that are about like theology or just that one that you're nitpicking about, but 99%
so
of my
now-
streams have nothing to do with Christianity.
So now, as you come over to Christianity through your toilet bowl, baby friend,
I don't know where you get
this.
that. Where do you get that from, too? That you say toilet bowl made me a Christian?
That's 2 cock crows just in this stream alone. I'm trying to tell you, you're trying to come to the Jesus side, and you're saying no.
No, you're saying toilet bowl earth made me a Christian. Can you? I've given him and EBT thanks in the past for their small role in nudging me in that direction, but these guys had very, I don't want to like discredit them at all, but it's
right. You don't want to discredit
more people in my
them.
life that had bigger roles.
You don't want to discredit them, like when you discredit, like, no, Jesus, no, not me, no.
Tom, I love you, my friend, but can you have a conversation without an argument? Is that possible?
Me and this dude got history since back when him and EBT would troll you along and be nice to you to keep you on the panel longer. You remember that, Jack? That was you. That these guys saw what Daddy was doing to you day after day, and they said, "Hey, we want some Jack time on our panel. We're going to be just nice enough to him that he'll stay here and keep saying stupid stuff for us." That's why I'll sit here and hold your panel down when you lose connection, Jack, because I don't think you're evil. I just think you're a little stupid sometimes. And I know you can be redeemed of that.
Your judgment is clouded through confusion because you never stop. Tom,
my viciousness and my surgical.
Tom, you're not as sharp as you think.
I agree.
Only sharper.
You're a midwit, dude.
How's that?
Tom?
You're midwit. You're in the middle of the
Yes,
IQ
yes.
scale.
I explained why when Jack brought something to me, I said, "Oh, Jack, it's this." Now, when you called me a nitwit, elaborate, because I think you're
midwit.
a jock bully.
Middle. You're in the middle.
Okay,
of the
whatever
IQ
the term
spectrum.
is.
You're at the top of the bell curve.
Yes, and cite those events besides whatever you believe of the rhetoric.
Every mainstream, you believe a guy's shadow is proof of a atomic bomb. That's not a real thing. That a guy's
No. That was an
around,
example I used. That was not proof of.
That you said it was proof of, but that's not even a real fucking thing, dude.
Yes, it is. There's
it's not a real thing. It's propaganda. Otherwise, everyone's shadow would be fucking on
because
every
if you're
wall.
the truth doesn't fear anything I have to say. That's why you've got me. That's why you and Toilet Bowl have me banned and muted, because the truth doesn't fear any information, does it?
You're a disruptive derailer.
No, I was invited there. That's how I made the Toilet Bowl gets knocked out video. He invited me there. And he forgot that he had me blocked.
Right here, right now, you're being disruptive and an agent of chaos.
Not an agent of chaos. I'm being disruptive.
In my experience, Tom, stop rejecting the truth because you choose to disagree
walk
with
in
it.
more truth than you ever will acknowledge,
Tom.
Like I said, Tommy, I can't name one thing you've ever said in all these hundreds of hours of streams I've seen you on. I can't even remember one thing you said because it's all incoherent.
That's nonsense. Because you're a no discerning past jock bully that doesn't have anything yourself. You only have panels. Yeah, dude, you aren't smart, Drew. I told you a long time ago you got some shit on your chin and it's still there.
How long?
Like, what are you, WCW wrestler? Come on,
Tom.
Let's go,
Tom. If you were me, without
I could never.
If you were me with the goals and the standards that I have, how long would you allow this to continue?
Depends on what you mean by allow what to continue, because I'm bringing value.
You're not bringing. You're bringing disagreements and chaos.
Yes, I disagree with people spouting falsities and untruthitudes, especially if it's about
you know
me.
What? Here, tell you what, Tom. Stand down for a moment, please, Drew.
Yes, Massa, stand down.
I'll stand up for Tom in the aspect of
for a change.
If you can get past the chaos and listen to what he's saying, he brings up some pretty damn good points quite often. He's usually pretty accurate. It's just, I don't know.
It's hard to follow where he goes.
I've got a good question. I've got a good question for Drew. Well, I got a good question for all three of you if you know who Toilet Bowl Earth is. And if Jessica and Robin are listening.
Hey, you got tin derangement. We call him tin. You got tin derangement syndrome.
please shut the F up for a second, Drew, because I got a question for you. And you can take it to Toilet Bowl, baby. And I just wanted to include some of our mutual friends, Drew. If you could just hold your agent of chaos for a second. If Jessica and Robin are listening, I'd appreciate a sound off in the chat, but maybe you'll see this in post one day. Because they agree with me on this. And I want you to take this question to Toilet Bowl himself. One time, me and Toilet Bowl and Hollywood Ben Thorpe himself, we had this three-way excellent panel. And Toilet Bowl eventually boots Ben Thorpe because he was running the incest shtick that any discerning person knows is all a grift for YouTube, that's all fake. But after he was gone, me and Toilet Bowl Birth, who I recently knocked out my own video, don't subscribe, we had one of the best religious conversations that I've ever had with people on YouTube. Probably in my top 5 religious conversations I've had with anybody on YouTube. And I can't figure out for the life of me why that video got privated and has never returned. And when I ask him about it, he says, "What are you talking about, dude?"
Another man does.
This doesn't have anything to do with us.
I'm asking why you think, if those are the only events to that video, why do you think it would be private?
I don't care what he does. It's his channel, his time, his life.
Right.
Oh, yes, Drew. It's his channel, and I'm not asking to get faces or eyes on my face. I'm not asking for that, Drew. That's your selfish, worldly discernment.
Did you ask him? Did you ask him? What was his answer?
I said that in the story that I asked him. Are
What was
we
his
real,
answer?
man? Are you
What was his
listening?
answer? What was his answer rather than judging me for not following your friggin' for not following your rambling? What was his answer when you asked? Why was that set to private?
I'm glad you unmuted me to answer your question. I asked him and he says, "What are you talking about?" As if I memory hold that event. And God bless Jessica and Robin for even clipping a portion of it. And that's the way that I can prove to myself I'm not
Okay,
gaslit
so
into
he
feeling
asked
like a crazy
so he
person.
asked you, what are you talking about?
And I
And did
described the
you
video,
answer?
yes.
Or did you just jump to accusations and your pattern of whatever? Your pattern of
OMG.
confusion. See, Tom, because here's
Paging
something
toilet bowl earth. Paging toilet bowl earth.
I know. If
Flushing
he's
at silent leisure.
if this could bring resolve, because seriously, I think Flo asked a question. Someone asked,
Fuck
what does it
flow
matter,
state.
dude, what does it matter, Tom? Seriously.
I'd like to answer that question, especially for Drew. It matters because if people saw that conversation, that's one of the best contributions I could be brought up for in my judgment day. I'd love that video to be shown by the big man during my judgment.
Okay, so you're proud of
No,
how
Jack, I'm clowning. I think the lost people need to see it, and it would help. If lost souls saw
Okay.
that conversation, I think
Okay,
it would help.
so Tom, you can spend hours and hours on different panels complaining and not knowing why, or
That's your imagination that I'm complaining. I don't complain about anything, Jack. I break 3 bones with
Oh my God,
collapsed
you
lung,
don't
and I
hear
love
your
it. I thank God
Tom,
for it.
Tom, you're in denial. You are in denial. You don't
What
listen
are
to
you
yourself.
saying right now?
If you want, if you you want to claim you don't complain, dude.
Do you want to claim I'm not playing characters every moment, except for when I'm trying to tell people, hey, listen? It's like the only time I'm not playing characters is when I'm telling a dude, hey, this is the Fight Club thing. You just got to stay on the porch another fucking day, dude. Trust me.
Okay,
Like, don't
so
leave.
Tom, are you playing the same excuse that Paul does? It's a character.
No, I'm
And there's no
Paul's Joker,
accountability
you
for
fool.
what you do or
I
what you say.
saved you, if I could call it saving you. I supported you when he was against you, and you. This is how you thank me: is misrepresenting me in your own house,
Nope.
just like those
Nope.
nightmare
Tom,
ladies try to do.
Tom, I'm just actually asking you to look at yourself with an honest,
As if you're God.
honest comparison to see the similarities in you and other people who play characters online. Okay, it's an excuse. We've got people playing characters in government, in positions of influence in corporations. They're playing these characters.
And when I try and describe that Ponzi game to you, you get mad at me about that.
Tom, the point is not accepting.
Remember when I told you the UN is the corporation that's verifying, hey, maybe minors can consent? Yeah, you muted me because of truth. You muted me because of truth.
Why do you default to anytime anyone doesn't like you or mutes you or anything? It's just you're just spitting too much truth. Why is that?
Because Jack wants to meet with the UN. The UN said maybe minors can consent to adults after all.
When Toilet Bowl takes the stream down or anything happens, it's you just have too much truth.
Because you guys hear the truth about you and you get scared, but when you hear me truth fall, you love it.
No, Tom. Can you consider that there's other reasons? You know, like I mute you because you've been an agent of chaos and you're constantly interrupting.
Wrong. Let me propose an idea. What if you and Drew both had channels that you said in the title, all NASCAR all the time? Do you think I'd show up there?
Would that keep you away if I started doing that?
Yes, it would. Yes, but if you come on posturing as truth bearers or teachers of life, people like me are going to show up, and if that's not true, we're going to throw a wrench in that.
Tom,
wouldn't false light bearers show up to those types of channels?
That's what I was just.
Hey, why don't you go up on Jim Bob and claim you're a light bearer and see how that goes?
I said, wouldn't false light bearers show up on those types of channels?
They did show up. They did
You
show
have.
up, and
Tom,
this is
you
how
have.
I run. Would you shut the fuck up, Jack? We're talking about a channel bigger than either of yours. Now,
Really? I'm kind of done with this, Drew, to be honest.
Yeah, it's too much.
Good. He chose to leave anyway.
He just loves it. And even the negative attention, I think he just loves it. He gets off on it.
Well, it's the ego, dude. It is the ego, the insecurities, the confusion, the unwillingness to accept that there's confusion. And it's denial, cognitive dissonance, whatever you want to call it. It's a product of poor choices.
Didn't he say he was leaving the internet like last week or something?
I don't know. I saw some of his creations and it looked fascinating. I'm kind of curious to see where he goes with his channel. He's got to have an avenue for creativity. He's got to find a way to get what's in him out.
Right. He's just constantly like redlining himself. I feel like if he could just dial it, I've heard him dial it back, like on Jim Bob and stuff. When he's grooming certain creators, he's able to dial it back.
You know what? I've seen times like that too. Welcome back, Tommy.
yeah, man. And just a word on narrative. Like this, Tommy said he's leaving the internet. That was EBT's misconception or lack of comprehension that he is passing out to, as you see, Drew says. Just like everyone that says I'm a crypto millionaire, that's Unslavia narrative that they heard. That's how I met EBT, was him telling me my story as Unslavia narrative and then kicking me out of his panel for bringing up the P name. And it's like they asked me how I got there. I have to say P name.
Tom, golly geez. So you came back up to bring more disagreements, but you're not an agent of chaos.
No, clarification.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't leave the internet. I was leaving panels, and I did fail at that. I said I was leaving panels so that the world could think that I killed Harvey Dent, little Batman reference.
Cringe. Do you have any real life friends?
Oh, you said cringe. How boomer.
Cringe.
Like, since you said cringe, everyone that's listening in the future will be like, yeah, he's right. He's right. He's
Hey,
Tommy, the guy with the poop on his chin. He's right.
Tommy.
Or it's just objectively cringe.
This is the spiritual warfare, Drew. You feel ready?
Well,
Do you wear the full armor of God, Drew? Because I do.
Let's go.
I'm at my limit. I mean, we're about an hour.
Track already failed, Tommy, because I came here to challenge you one-on-one directly live right here, now.
You could have done that on your channel.
You ain't shit. Get the fuck out.
Oh, I am poop, but you are poop on your chin. Like, so you're gonna see who's the shit. I encourage you to respond to this diss track with music video, Drew. Because I appreciate Jack.
Not only a track, I got to do a damn video to it too.
Oh, we do it big. If you get on my radar at all, I'm dropping nukes, baby. I'm putting off the news show for you, Drew. Now, Jack, I appreciate your compliments you gave my videos, because other editors and creators have given me props on the editing, and that was just me going, oh, what's this all about? Like, that was me figuring out my software is the stuff people are giving me props for.
Tom, why do you obviously don't give a shit about me, so why the fuck are you here?
I gave a shit about you when I said, Jack, before you're on.
I'm done with you today.
Bye, Tommy. There's only so much Tommy time people can take.
Well, I appreciate you coming up and even trying to bring some content, offering that challenge, but
tried.
This crap, I'm done with it, man. My time is better spent by myself than sitting here listening to people argue. I mean,
right. Like, the only thing you really have is your time, and that's the most valuable thing you have. You can spend it on way better things than this.
Amen. Hey, dude, today's Today's the summer solstice, right?
Yeah, happy birthday to my youngest daughter. She's 18 today, so happy birthday.
Is it really? Happy birthday. God bless. So 18, so that, and the youngest, now you're going to become
support's all done, baby. It's Emancipation Day for me, baby. That's why I'm in a good mood. I've been on that dole for 18 years. I'm finally free at last. Free at last.
Hey, God bless. Good for you.
Yeah. It was a long, hard road.
No, it's a new transition. It's a new beginning. The relationship grows. I don't know.
Right. I'm going to go spend the rest of my night with my wife. So I appreciate you, Jack. Tommy, fuck you. Peace out.
Blessings. Thanks, thanks, Drew. Thanks for joining. And Sherelle, thank you for dropping those links too in the chat. I appreciate that. Brothers and sisters, if Tommy, what did I just saw? I'm gonna stop looking at Tommy's chats. Says I'm gaslighting. I'm not gaslighting, brothers and sisters. I am probably one of the most honest and authentic men that you could meet. I have no agendas, no selfish motives. I'm an open book, a man of peace. I care about love. I care about life. I care about connections and relationships. Because, brothers and sisters, overcoming your confusion, the confusion is a symptom of our insecurities. It's our mind. It's the part of this growth, part of this life experience, the development of a child into the adult, is the expansion of knowledge and lessons, carrying more wisdom within us. But we're always going to have this tendency within us to become confused because our minds are limited. In this society we were raised in, guess what? It didn't do us a lot of justice. It didn't do us a lot of, holy cows, brothers and sisters, this world is completely inverted and backwards, and it's up to us. It's not up to them. It's not up to anyone else. It's up to us. That's you. That's me. All of us, the people we know. It's time for us to start believing in more, believing in love, humbling ourselves to the truth, empowering ourselves with the truth, and bringing a better world to the future. If we came together and we worked together collectively in our communities and within the lands, we could restructure the education, the economic system, the method of distribution, because that's all an economy is the method of distribution for resources, knowledge, and energy. We change those methods of distribution, change the economy so that money doesn't buy power, doesn't buy governments, doesn't, I was watching a documentary earlier today about, the public records and the absolute disgusting corruption that has infiltrated every nation. Every government has been corrupted. Panama Papers or something like that, that new release of all the hidden wealth, these quote unquote government leaders. It's all being supported. It's all being enabled by confused humans. Okay, so each of us has our own confusion within us, but it's up to each of us to not let the confusion hold us back. Okay, sometimes we got to tread out into areas of our lives that are uncertain, new relationships, new career paths, maybe a transition of location. There's an infinite divine spirit. There's a body of intelligence that is us and is with us. I truly believe in angels and ancestors and spirits of consciousness, both light and dark, both good and evil. I trust that my mind is limited, and I know that there's many possibilities of what can be out there, what could have been, and what might be today. We live in a miraculous mystery, this life. It's no joke. It's easy to take for granted. When we start taking things for granted, we create these internal expectations. You know, things are always going to be there. That person I love will always be there. That job will always be there. That whatever. It's not always going to be there, and neither will you. So overcome the confusion, fill your mind with faith. Faith. You've got X amount of hours awake every day, okay? And you got a lot of things that require your attention, different people, different material things, different events. All these distractions require your attention, but throughout your day, you're going to have moments of expectation, times of memory. And throughout all of that, you can be guided by fear. You know, the expectation, I have to, whatever. I need. Start getting into these expectations and you will drive yourself crazy with fear. And you'll just ignore the confusion, pretend it's not there. But if you fill your mind with faith instead, your heart with love, man, and you stay curious, the mind of a child, innocent, pure, wondering, just accepting. If you can transform yourself and strengthen your inner child to live today as you, with you, have a mind of faith, a heart of love, and the courage to speak up, the courage to be wrong, and the courage to be a greater you. And if you can do those things, brothers and sisters, man, this whole world is going to change, and it's all waiting for us to choose and to do. So with that, thank you again for joining. I hope some encouragement, some inspiration, hopefully these different perspectives didn't put you to sleep, maybe gave you something to think about. Till next time, brothers and sisters, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Thank you again. God bless.